Should be good.
Good shit, bro.
Off that, sorry, bro. I was gonna ask you earlier. Keep this in the pod. Did you study at Western Sydney?
Yeah.
What are you studying? What were you studying?
Bachelor of Business.
Major marketing?
Yeah.
Bro, I swear we were in the same class my first year. That's why, bro, I was on your Instagram and I'm like, bro, this guy looks too fucking familiar.
Do you remember anyone from your class?
Nah, it's been a minute. So like first year for me, I'm still in uni to be honest, but 2019 was my first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
No, mine was second. That was my... Fuck. Did you graduate in 2017 or 2018?
I graduated 2018, high school, yeah.
Yeah, so I went into the grade... You're born in 2000.
Born 2000.
Yeah, I went into the grade... I went into the grade up. So I graduated 2017.
Yeah.
And then 2018 was my first year. 2019 was my second.
Yeah.
But I think I did heaps of my... So you know how you can move your subjects around?
Yeah.
I
Same.
did heaps of the core subjects in the second year.
Yeah, got you.
So I could do the third year chilling, picking my electives and stuff like that.
Fuck, no, I swear we were probably in the same class,
Well,
bro.
yeah.
Marketing principal or something like that. Or,
Can't believe you remember.
Yeah, some shit like that, bro. I just remember seeing this guy's face. And like, you're a big dude, so it's like you're noticeable, you know what I mean? And like, I've heard you talk in class. And everything kind of just added up. I'm like, I swear this guy.
Imagine we sat in the same table, man.
We probably did. I can't lie. Like, we probably did.
You know what? Was one of them...
Name class. Okay, obviously it's hard to name off the top of your head, like classes, but like...
I couldn't remember classes, but this is where I'm thinking I know you. Because I remember I sat in a table with boys in this exact class and we used to just spit shit and none of us knew each other's names.
Yeah.
There was... You know how you had like the high school just across the road?
Yeah.
And we were on like level 5 or 6. And then we're on a table that was edge of the window, back of the classroom. Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think... I don't know, I think it was someone next to me. We just watched NBA the whole time.
Yes.
Okay, that definitely would have been you then. Like, not you, but you definitely would have been at a table if you remember that.
Oh, there was two guys I remember distinctly. I went through with a guy called Jordan, who was a Maori fella, and then there was Adam, who was Greek, and then there was also a Buzidi, who was a Lebanese boy.
Was it enterprise leadership?
Yeah, fuck, and old lady.
Yeah,
Bro, that's
oh my god, bro, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Holy
that's
shit,
crazy.
Yeah. Damn. And I remember the presentation, like they all had group presentations and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end, the old lady was so harsh. So that's the one. That has to be the one then.
Yeah, I forget her name. I kind of liked it towards the end.
She was so harsh, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
But okay, we're definitely in the same class.
Enterprise leadership. Holy shit. We're starting the pod off a bit different this week.
Yeah,
no
shit, my
bullshit
bad.
introductions.
Yeah,
we've just learned we went to uni together.
Yeah, hard. There you go. Small world. I've got my mouth. I want to talk about it real quick.
Yeah, no, let's go for it.
Fuck. That's crazy, but
Yeah.
that's wild.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
I had a feeling, bro.
Because I can remember faces from uni because I've bumped into people.
Yeah.
And I've gone like, I've sat there and gone, I know you from somewhere, and then it's clicked.
Yeah.
University.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I had like in some of my classes, I would just sit by myself.
Yeah, bro, it's like that.
Yeah, couldn't find people to hang out with.
Yeah.
But there were some classes where there'd be like 2 tables in the back corner and all the boys would just naturally congregate together and like sport would just be the common.
Literally, bro, no, it's insane. That would definitely be you.
Bro, I wonder if you're in like my Google Docs deep somewhere.
Bro, like I was about to see Messenger. Like I'll suss it later. Like
I'm gonna check it right now, man.
Yeah,
Because I post cut the podcast anyway.
Yeah, calm.
Miguel. Marketing communications. Get fucked. That is amazing.
So the same group chat.
Oh, bro, yeah, same group chat and everything.
Bro.
Lawrence, I remember him.
Show us the names.
All right, so for people watching the pod, Josh and I have just figured out we went to university together.
Dude, nah, that's definitely the one.
Amar, Ahmad, myself, yourself, Lawrence. And bro, I remember we hustled hard in that group.
This is a good... that was my favorite unit so far. From my dead uni, I haven't been back to uni in a minute, but like that was my favorite unit.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
12th of June, 2021.
Shit.
When's LP4 due? What's LP4?
Probably me together.
Receipt, Western 5 Creations, all done, guys. Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, we did like the motor thing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we did.
Or something like that.
I do remember that. Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
Dude, what the fuck?
Small world, eh?
Tiny world, bro.
That's
what a
crazy.
way to start the pod.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I was going to ask you outside, but I'm like, nah, let me say this.
Yeah. So you're still at uni?
I'm studying, technically, but I deferred this year just because I was working full time. So I was like, it's a bit hard to juggle both. I did full time and uni before, but I was working retail full time.
Yeah.
So it's easy to like just go straight from like work or shopping center to uni. But now it's like I'm in an office and it's like I mentally clock off like straight after.
Yeah.
So it's a bit hard to juggle, but soon come. I want to get back into uni for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But honestly, I like enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Because I made a few good friends.
Nah, bless.
As I went along the way, and the different like all of my friends were of different nationalities.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
And we'd all go get the 3 guys I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
Jordan,
Yeah.
Adam, and Buzzity.
Pick up to them. Yeah.
And shout out there.
Yeah.
I know Adam still listens.
Nah, pick up.
But yeah, we'd all go get food because
Yeah.
I'm Italian. So some days we'd go down Church Street.
Oh yeah, bro. Just
Or, yeah.
you got so much options there. You're
Yeah.
good, bro. Yeah.
Do you remember the Vietnamese roll across
Oh,
the street?
bro. Honestly, okay. So with that being said, like I never had a pork roll. I haven't had a pork roll ever until
really?
a couple of months ago. Like my friend pulled me up to it. It's like, oh, let me get a pork roll. And I'm like, yo, I haven't had a pork roll before. Had it? It was fucking good. It was tough. Yeah.
The one across the street, we used to always get that because it was $5.
Yeah, bro. Like,
But we used to go down Church Street and just like
yeah.
find a feed.
Well, you got Westfield as well, so you're calm, bro. Yeah, you're chilling.
And then we go to Parramatta South just to fuck around.
Yeah, Paris, bro. Yeah, I definitely miss uni, but I definitely want to get back to it. When did you graduate uni?
I didn't even graduate, man. So, I did. Like, I finished my course, got my certificates, but the graduation ceremony was on, and I was going to Europe.
Oh, fuck.
I hadn't even realized, and I didn't really care either.
That's calm. You finished, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Big thing was finishing, and
Yeah,
my mum was just a big thing of like, just get a uni degree.
Yeah, for sure. That's valid.
So I said, yeah, sweet. Books my Europe trip, and I was going to like Tomorrowland, Ultra. Well, I was doing the big bender type of thing last year. And mum's like, oh, when's your ceremony? I looked at it like, look, mum, I don't think I'm having one.
I have a graduation at
Yeah.
Tomorrowland.
yeah. So as I was over in...
Shook a couple of hands, that's it.
as I was over in Europe, we got sent in the mail. But yeah, it wasn't really like a big thing because of COVID was my last year.
Bro, I'd imagine.
So,
I think that's what kind of threw me off as well, bro. Like, I remember doing that COVID year online. I was like, bro, fuck this. Like, this is tough. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I just kind of used it as like a time filler during COVID.
Fuck, probably should have done that, to be honest. I was just fucking playing Fortnite and fucking lockdown, bro. With the boys all day and shit, man.
Yeah. Lockdown's such a weird time to think about, eh? Because there's like fond memories in there.
Yeah,
but you forget like how fucked up
bro. Like you
like
just
the rest of it was.
Yeah, you're just so locked in, like literally locked in.
Yeah.
But like everything else is happening. Like, yeah, man, it is what it was.
Yeah, it was good. Look, I enjoyed it because it's got my uni degree out of the way because I don't think I would have finished it.
Yeah.
I think I took 4 years.
That's
No,
calm.
3.5. 3.5.
Yeah, that's so calm.
Yeah.
Got it done regardless, bro.
Yeah. I think I failed. What did I fail? Enterprise law.
I fucking hated that, bro. I hated that.
I actually had to go and seek out a law student that I went to high school with.
Word, just to like help out.
Yeah, just to get like basics of law down pat.
Yeah, fair enough.
It seemed, people would think like, I think law seems somewhat easy, like a basics.
yeah,
but from a basic standpoint, not even. It's
Bro, so techie.
yeah, and the cases are like the big thing. If you have you done it?
Nah, not yet. Every time I see it on my units, I'm like, let me push that back later, bro. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. But everyone would talk about it, so I'd be like, nah, I don't know, I'm too scared, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I want to take it.
Yeah, I think I scraped in, and I honestly think one of my best mates' dad, he was a professor, and he said like, when we're marking, if there's a kid that clearly needs 50, right, he's passed everything, but there's what's like the minimum on the test, so you could have 100%, but if you get under the minimum on the test, you don't pass a unit. He goes, if we think they're at 45 and we can see they need 50 just to get this unit out of the way, he's like, we'll just put a 50 down. And I remember I got like 51. I thought they've marked me. Yeah. I don't know who to thank, but thank you very much.
Regardless. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Look, this is a different introduction, so we'll get into it properly.
My bad, bro.
No, not at all. What a great introduction.
Yeah, man.
Something different.
Natural.
Josh Miguel,
Yes.
creative,
Yep.
who surrounds himself with creatives as such.
Have to, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the honestly, bro, as a person who's not as creative,
Nah, you're
It's-
creative.
in a sense,
This is your outlet, bro. This is yours.
but witnessing someone like yourself and people that you surround yourself like Shiv, Solly, what is it, Wairua?
Abairu, yeah.
Yeah. Just that caliber of people, and there's so many more names I just can't list off the top of my head at the moment. But like, yeah, just those caliber of people, and watching you as well from afar.
Yeah.
Because I think I followed you on Helos for a minute.
Yeah.
and yeah, just watching it all happen, bro, it's crazy.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
It's been good. It's been crazy, especially with like being surrounded by those people. It's like fuck, like so much talent, man. Like it's insane. Like everyone's getting the flowers now, so it's cool to see, bro. It's been good.
Yeah, and I remember I first really came across you, and we'll get straight into it.
Yeah.
Forum with Florentino.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I remember your message. It actually mean a lot, bro. Like you said it was like generational wealth. I'm like, fuck. Like this is my first time hearing that shit. You know what I mean? Like I was like, wow, thank you. So much appreciated for real, bro. Thank you.
Honestly, bro, it was really good, and it was really refreshing.
Thanks, man.
I watch like podcasts as well from around here, and I watch shows, and I watched yours, and I thought like this is so different, but it is so fucking cool.
Thanks, bro.
And we'll walk through the guests. So it was. I remember Matt Wilson.
Yeah, we got Matt.
Who else was there?
I got Shiv on there.
Yeah.
I got Sully, the boy. I got Zara Moti on there, another photographer, and I got Busey as well.
Yeah.
So just 5 for the first season, but like I felt like it was right. Like I just knew all of them. I had a good relationship with all of them.
Yeah.
It just felt natural. Like it didn't feel like, it just felt very natural. So when I was chatting to them, it just felt like we're just talking. Because even with that as well, like I think that's what kind of like sparked the forum with Florentino was like I have so much cool conversations with these people. And I'm like, yo, someone needs to hear this. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like my reason why I did that, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's describe the layout to people if they don't, if they haven't seen it before. How would you describe the layout of the show?
Oh, like the set and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. Like everyone, not everyone, obviously. I'm not saying everyone. But like a lot of people like do like compliment it. Like, wow, like it just looks so nice. It looks so cool. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But really like, I got a Persian rug there. I got some 2 wooden like tables in the middle. Got some 2 leather chairs just set up across each other, and we had like a mic connected. So I was holding a mic, guests would hold a mic, and it was just very the way I saw it was like I just wanted to keep it very casual, very calm, very welcoming, very homey, very cozy. Yeah. So it's like the guest comes in and like
it's very warm.
Yeah, exactly that, bro. Exactly. I was trying to figure out where about warm is that feeling. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to give a warm feeling, especially for the viewers as well. Like when I was editing it, I was like, okay, if I edit this style, like great at this style, like it's very warm, it's very comfortable. So yeah, that was like the setup for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a Common House people.
Yeah, big up to Common
Formerly
House. Yeah,
open source.
Open studio. Yeah. So big up to them, man. Like that's home. That's second home if anything for me. Like obviously I got a home, but like creative wise, like everyone's there. So it's been cool. It's like a real like central place for everyone to just link up, just do creative shit. So it's been good, man. And to have it there for me, it was like, yeah, it felt good. It felt right.
Yeah. I was there one night and there was a multitude of people. I was there for Marv's listening party.
Oh yeah, tough. Yeah.
And then I went there 2 nights out of the next 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I said to one of the boys like on the way home, I think I've never worded anything more perfectly. It's like Central Station for creativity.
Literally, Central Station.
Yeah, just so many people just
yeah, fully, bro. I wish I had that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just so many people just in and out, in and out,
literally.
And just like they'll come in for 30 minutes or they'll be there for 6 hours.
Yeah, man, it's legit. Just everyone just making stops there, but regardless, it's a stop. Like they're creating, they're doing the thing. It's been good.
Yeah,
it's mad. Like the other day, not the other day, probably like 3 weeks ago. You know, people say that. Oh, another day. But it was like fucking ages ago. But yeah, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was there with Shiv, Busey. They're shooting press shots.
Yeah,
and I was chilling with them. Like I had nothing to do that night, so I'm like, oh, let's come kick it. Like I love being in the studio, music playing, just seeing people create. I love that shit. It really juices me up. So I was chilling there, and then all of a sudden, what's his name? Sorry, that sounds so rude. Elijah walks in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, what's up, man? But it's like it goes back to what you're saying. Like it's just central. Everyone's just around and about. Like, it's real cool. But yeah,
that's what this place reminds me of as well.
Yeah.
In terms of like we're at 27 Project, by the way.
Big up 27 Project.
Yeah. Unreal, eh?
Unreal.
But yeah, just the amount of people. So like all the footy players, the creatives from out like further this way as well.
Yeah.
And just like a complete multitude of people. Like, did you grow up watching on YouTube like Tanner Fox or anything like that?
Nah.
Like scooters or skateboard guys?
Not really, nah.
Tanner Fox is like, I think I could be wrong, like 10 million on YouTube.
Wow.
Had it on lock in like 2016.
Definitely a familiar name, Tanner Fox, but I wouldn't say like I watched it. I didn't watch it yet.
So in Nick's past life before this, his initial thing was action sports.
Oh, word.
So anyone big in action sports, like he'll know. And I came down here on a Monday morning, and Tanner was here.
Shit.
And you just walk in.
You're like starstruck for you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I try not to be. I learned that at Open.
Yeah.
Because there would be people there.
So much people around. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when like at the studio upstairs,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people that would come down and you'd be like, oh fuck, like I listen to you almost every day.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know.
Like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
yeah. I feel that.
So yeah, I try not to get starstruck, but yeah, Tanner, like people like Tanner have been in here. Obviously, like Ty is the owner.
Yeah, bro, insane.
And he's a
Worldwide.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
definitely.
world
like,
number 3 heavyweight.
Yeah, fucking
as it
fighting in
stands.
Dubai and shit.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, before we get into every of your endeavors, because there's a few. There's a few I've noticed.
Yeah.
One being Western Sydney Uni with myself.
For sure.
Before all the like the basketball stuff, even the stuff with like effing, I saw on your Instagram you were in the backdrop of a movie or something.
Oh god.
Yeah. I got to do my research.
Nah, fair enough. Big up to you, bro. Shit. I thought that even happened to me, honest, bro. Yeah.
But before all that, bro, like what was your childhood like?
Childhood, very kickback, bro. Very casual. Like, yeah, just chilling, living with my mom, my little sister. So yeah, just chilling with them. But yeah, grew up Western Sydney, grew up in Mountie for a bit, grew up in Parramatta for a bit. So I've been around Western Sydney. Yeah, it was chill, man. Just played basketball a lot of the time. My dad got me into hoops, like watching NBA as a kid.
Yeah. Who was your favorite?
Miami Heat, Dwayne Wade and stuff.
Yeah,
like that era, Dwayne Wade and Shaq. So tough.
Bosh as well.
Yeah, back in the day, bro. And LeBron, everyone, man.
What was his name? Birdman.
Birdman, yeah, he's a killer, bro. So yeah, I grew up on them, but yeah, just been hooping since young, bro. Like that was my first love, if anything. It sounds so cliche, but yeah, hooping was definitely my first love. Like, just remember shooting in the front of the yard, just shooting by myself. Yeah, so yeah, just did that, did school, but yeah, just played hoops majority of my childhood, and then I feel like more towards high school, just gone to different things. Like, you know, you get introduced to music, you get introduced to like content. Like back then, it would have been like YouTube, Snapchat. Yeah. So yeah, just grew up on that, and then I think after high school is where everything kind of just like. I told myself like, oh, I just want to do something, and yeah, just went off that. But childhood was very kickback, very chill.
Yeah, and then after high school, you're obviously you go to university as well. Yeah, but at some point along the way, the creative endeavors start. Yeah. What's like the streamline process there? Like, how did that first come about?
Yeah, I think off that, like, yeah, in high school, it sounds so cliche, but like, I just told myself I want to do something. I just want to be different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like go the traditional route. Yeah, like it doesn't, like that's not a bad thing. I'm still going through the traditional route. I'm working, I want to study, but like I just want to do something that kind of like juices me up, pumps me up, like something different. Yeah. So like, yeah, that was always my motive. And I remember graduating from year 12, I told myself like I just want to be different. I just want to do something very different. Like people will be like, what the fuck, you doing this now? Yeah, like I just want to catch people off guard. So like I remember even in year 12, like I had long hair, I had a man bun. As soon as I graduated, I cut that shit off straight away. I got a mullet. Everyone's like, who the fuck? Like, what the hell? You're so different now. And I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I want to do. And I used to watch a lot of YouTube in year 12, like, because TikTok wasn't really a thing then. Yeah. And Instagram and stuff. But I used to watch these YouTubers. I still do. They're called 4YE. They're based in Toronto, Canada. Yeah, they have great content. Like, very, I take a lot of inspiration for them when I think of, like, having warm content. Yeah. Like, making the person feel comfortable, kick back. So yeah, they make content. Now they do a podcast now. But yeah, they're really cool dudes. Like everything from the editing style, like to music choice, like everything was just crisp. And I'm like, yeah, I love this shit. Yeah. So yeah, I started like making content. If anything, I started modeling like initially. That was kind of like how I dived in creatively. If anything, like I just did freelance modeling, and then off that, like you're around different sets all the time, meeting different people, meeting different photographers, meeting different videographers. And you kind of just, like for me, I just learned so much. I was so tapped in. I'm like, okay, cool. That's how that works. You know, you got like the creative direction stuff. Like I see a whole bunch of different like people working. Yeah. I kind of just took everything in. I'm like, okay, cool. Like it's like I studied it like just like the naturally.
On deck.
Yeah, like it was literally like I'm like there. I'm just present. I'm like embracing everything, learning everything I can, like taking everything in. So I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And off that, I just told myself, yeah, let's just do something. And then I think back then I used to do like YouTube and stuff for a bit, just make videos, edit it, cut it out. Just like different content. I used to watch a lot of PAQ. Do you know who PAQ is? Like these, there's like a group of 4 boys from London, I think. Just like made fashion videos. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Right. So like in terms of like branding and like self-expression, they were a huge shout for them. So yeah, all this different stuff, like off being on set, like doing different shoots and like watching different stuff. It was so like motivating and inspiring. And I'm like, wow, like, okay, like where to from here? And then I think kind of Forum came into play after that. Yeah. Yeah.
The modeling thing you mentioned, how did you get into that? Because I know a few people, especially up in the mountains, they want to get into it, but they're sort of deprived from natural connections up in the mountains because we don't really have this stuff
fair
going
enough,
on. But like, how did you start like your first step in that door? How would
Yeah.
you say it started?
It was very like I wasn't looking for it, you know what I mean? I was just chilling, and then I thought it'd be a cool idea, but I kept it to myself. I was like, oh, like modeling would be cool, you know what I mean? Like I feel like for me, like my morals is like I'm big on representation, hence why like I'm so big for Western Sydney.
Yeah.
But for me, on a personal standpoint, it's like I'm big for like Southeast Asians, like Filipinos, like me. Like growing up, I used to see like obviously in representation, you see all these different people, but I'm like, fuck, like where the Philos at? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
so that was something I kind of held on to me. And then my homie, his name is Gian. He had a brand back in the day called Rent the Crown. Big up Gian, like shout out to Gian, like real good dude. Hit me up randomly and he was like, hey, do you want to model for our brand? I'm like, oh yeah, fucking earth, I'm down. So I just did it. And then I kind of enjoyed it. I was like, wow, this is cool. You know, like on a representation thing, like I'd see myself like wearing these clothes, but I'm like, oh shit, that's me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people from high school be like, oh, yo, what the fuck? You're doing this now. So yeah, big representation thing. And yeah, off that, it was just very like, I think I was just outside a lot. Like I'd just be at parties and shit.
Yeah.
And people would like kind of like know me from that. So I think once I picked up that gig, obviously not big scale or anything, but like big up to Render, like did that gig and then other brands would slowly notice that I'd model for like local brands.
Yeah.
And then other local brands would hit me up and be like, oh, do you want to model for this? I'm like, yeah, bet. And after that, like it slowly started coming in. Like it wasn't like crazy like volume. Like I wasn't getting booked.
Yeah.
But like the familiarity kind of grew off that. They'd be like, oh, like Josh models, like, yeah, you can get him in. And then they would get around, like we'd get around. And then, yeah, just get off that. But I feel like in terms of like the advice for like starting out, if anything, because I'm not a pro or anything. Like for me nowadays, like I hate saying I'm a model because I'm not signed or anything. Like, I'm not with the agency. I just do it freelance.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like just being outside, like that's a huge thing. Like I'll probably get into it a bit later, but like just being outside, like talking to different people and like putting yourself out there. If anything as well, like your Instagram, like Instagram's literally your portfolio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
sure.
post your work, bro, because people won't know you're not working if you don't post it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm still trying to learn. But yeah, just definitely be outside, network, talk to people, or just use Instagram as like your portfolio, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think also with Instagram, brands see value if you're not even about your followers, just about your engagement and stuff like that.
Fully. That's literally my job right now. Like I'm always like looking at engagement and shit. But yeah, definitely a huge thing, bro. Yeah, that's definitely huge.
That's big on like the Helos thing.
Yeah.
It's yeah, so if I post a reel, sometimes a reel can just take off. Yeah. And it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. But I'm more fascinated on like if I post a reel and it doesn't take off, but it still gets like 200, 300 likes.
Yeah, calm.
That's why I'm looking at it, you know what I mean?
For sure. It's definitely like you're engaging regardless. People are like engaging and people are like tapping on it, if anything.
Yeah.
So it's a whole big engagement thing. But I think followers is now, like it's definitely like a thing to have followers, but it's very like underrated just to have good engagement, bro.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, yeah, my office right now, do you know Basketball Forever? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, so the office I'm working at with my job now, we share offices with them.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Like I get to see like all the insights and stuff. Like we talk like pretty good. And we're talking about engagement. And like one day they're talking about like engagement, like, oh, like let's look up like different people's engagement rate. And for me, like I'm only on like 3K followers. And I'm like, I'll type mine in and my engagement rate came up. And the CEO was like, that's really good engagement. I'm like, oh shit, thanks, man. Like coming from the CEO of Basketball Forever, I was like, yeah, wow, thanks, bro. But yeah, definitely engagement, man. That's all it is nowadays.
How do you even look at the engagement rate?
You can look up like engagement rate calculator.
Or on like Social Blade or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's
right.
like literally there. You just type your ad in and then it calculates it for you. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it briefly before, the basketball of life.
Yeah.
I've noticed basketball, like for me, it's football.
Yeah, for sure. Soccer, yeah.
But for yourself, basketball's like a core part of your life. No matter what you're doing, it seems to stay central.
For sure.
Last week, massive. Yeah. Was it last week it was recorded or the week, like, was it earlier than that? The Josh Giddey interview.
Oh, bro, that was a while back, man. That was like not a while back, like March. It was in March.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Wait, it's April, but early March.
Yeah.
Early March, yeah.
And you posted it like last week.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy full circle moment.
Yeah, insane full circle moment, bro. Yeah, wild.
But like basketball. Talk about that as a core part of your life. Yeah,
again, like as I said earlier, like I've just been hooping since young and like watching NBA, and like for me it was like I just thought basketball was so cool. You know what I mean? Like culture wise, you got people like Allen Iverson, Dennis Rodman that just play such a good bridge within culture and sport.
In fashion.
Yeah, in fashion, bro. So like I was so big for like self-expression and like seeing people like Allen Iverson do their thing. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like he's making his own wave. Do you know what I mean? Like that goes back to what I was saying in high school. Like I just want to be different. I want to do something different. So yeah, like that kind of just played a huge role. And like obviously playing it, I played like reps when I was younger. So like it kind of just stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I was very competitive when I was a kid as well. Not so much anymore. I'm very kicked back now. But I was huge competitive. So like kind of just stuck with me. And like, yeah, basketball and just the culture of it just holds so much value. Like again, like with fashion and culture, it's so crazy. So like keeping that with me like in my creativity, like it's so big for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I've always wondered the Philippines.
Yeah.
And basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
You're Filipino.
I'm Filipino, yeah.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
The Philippines and basketball.
Yeah.
They are like in love.
In love, bro. Yeah, fully.
Do you know where it comes from?
Honestly, like off top, I was like thinking of an answer while you answered that when I was thinking of an answer why you're asking that question, but I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Because it's massive.
It's massive there, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like it's actually wild. Like I love that sport so much. Like, that's the national sport there. They do play football, they play soccer. They do like taekwondo and stuff, but like basketball there is huge, bro. They live basketball there, man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
As a Filipino Australian, how did you feel when that big brawl broke out?
Bro, I was, oh man, I was dying, bro. I was like, what the fuck is going on? First, I'm like, yeah, fucking oath, go hard. Second, I'm like, this looks so bad on us, you know what I mean? Yeah, especially with like a big scale like that. But for me, I just...
Thon
Maker, bro.
through the kick?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? This guy was like running, kicking shit. I'm like, yo, what? But for me, I just took it as like a laugh. I'm like, bro, big up. Like, they're like it's representation, but regardless, it's fucking huge representation. Like, what's that that quote where it's like, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, big up to them. But obviously, not ideal situation. Obviously, being from Australia, being Filipino, so it's like weird contrast. But like, it was just crazy. I was like, wow, that's pretty wild. Like, and then that shit was like mass spread all over media.
It was massive.
ESPN, like Hassel highlights, everyone was talking about it. I'm like, okay, cool.
It's because brawls are kind of not really a thing anymore.
Nah, not in basketball, bro. Like they have like little scuffles here and there, but like that was an insane brawl.
Seen the other day, Draymond, was it, stepped on someone?
Yeah,
and that's like the biggest thing.
Yeah, my man's boring, man. Like get the fighting, bro. Like shit. Like, I wanted to see some like, I don't know, but I hear you. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Malice at the Palace on Netflix?
Bro, that's wild.
That was a really good doco.
That was a good
It was one of my
doco,
favorite ever. I've watched a few basketball ones. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, for sure. That's such a big thing, man. Like I remember watching that. I think it was Lockdown.
Yes.
Lockdown is really when I got tapped in back to basketball because I was watching all these old documentaries, that included. And I was like, wow, there's so much shit that you don't know. So it was like, I'm so big on storytelling. I want to hear a good story. You know what I mean? So hearing like Stephen Jackson like tell his view on it, I was like, wow, this is really eye opening. Like it's pretty fucked up. But yeah, it was crazy, man.
It was like AI. We mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
Do you know that like famous interview when we were growing up when he gets knocked out of the finals or he loses in the last, he comes second.
Yeah.
And he gives an interview and you think he's going nuts. And then there's on YouTube some guy, Godsend, he uploads like the full 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can tell just how sad he is where he's like, I'm the finals MVP.
Yeah.
My best friend's dead.
Oh.
Do you remember that one?
Nah.
You'd know if
probably
you
know
got a
it if I
still
watch
of
it.
AI talking in it, you'd know it if you saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd never seen the full thing. But there's parts where he's clearly having like an outburst.
Yeah, wow.
But I saw during lockdown that stuff where people were opening up. It was straight after the
Last
Malice
Dance?
at the Palace type of thing.
Yeah.
Last Dance as well was like at a similar time. And yeah, people were opening up all this other side of the NBA that I'd never seen before.
Crazy, man. Like,
Crazy.
Yeah, I was watching all that. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. It's insane. Yeah.
I feel the same. You Filipino Australian. I'm Italian Australian.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much you follow football. Do you follow it much?
I need to start watching it, bro, to be honest. Like,
in 2006, Australia had their best ever team.
At the World Cup, was it?
Yeah. And we'd gone on to the round of 16.
Yeah.
And Australia versus Italy.
Yeah.
Italy go on to win the World Cup. But in this game, Lucas Neal comes down for a slide tackle and doesn't get anywhere near the ball.
Oof.
But he goes down like early. And the guy, the Italian Fabio Grosso, he takes the contact and falls, which is what you would do.
Yeah,
if
for sure.
If someone goes down early in the box, you take the penalty.
Yeah.
So I grew up thinking like, oh, Italians are divers. At school, because up in the mountains, there's not many
Italians.
ethnicities, just in general.
Yeah, PSC. Yeah, fair enough.
So like, but there's a few Italians. So there was 3 of us that were Italian at school, and we used to get called divers, all this shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty like after the World Cup when they got knocked out, because all they're hearing are their parents, echo chambers of their older brothers and parents.
Yeah.
And so I grew up thinking, oh, Italians divers, whatever. And then when I never thought anything of it. And then
Yeah.
I think I was 19, I revisited it and I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, how wrong is everyone?
Yeah, bro. It's wild,
Yeah.
man. All that microaggression, bro. But
Yeah.
sticky, man. But I think it's a bit wild. It's pretty crazy. Especially back then, like we don't clock it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, that's not good. Yeah. No, I hear you. I definitely hear you, bro.
You still hooping?
Somewhat, not as much as before. I think like 2 years ago, yeah, I played like reps for a bit, like one season of like youth league. But nowadays, not really, bro, to be honest. Because like I work at a basketball place, so I'm like, when I finish work, I'm like, I'm not trying to hoop. I'm trying to go home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I still live out west. The office was like in the Alexandria way, so it's like an hour and a half drive, bro. So I'm trying to get back into it. I'm probably gonna play a season this year just to get back my fitness. But yeah, soon.
What do you think of Australian basketball as a whole
Bro,
now?
Australian basketball is fucking tough, man. Am I cool to swear on this?
Yeah, of course you can.
Bro, it's insane. Like, it's pretty good. Like, it's wild, man. Again, like being immersed within Australian basketball at my work, like you see all the talent coming out, and bro, it's like getting better and better and better. So yeah, big up to Australian basketball. Like, I feel like at the last Olympics when they came third, bronze, I was like,
that was awesome, mate.
bro, I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Like top 3 in the whole like world. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up to them. And even that team then, they didn't have like the full squad. Like Ben Simmons was meant to play, but I never had that guy. But yeah, they're good, man. Definitely a lot of talent, especially like with Australians. Like I remember growing up playing ball, like the big discussion was which state had the best hoopers.
Yeah.
Nowadays, bro, like every state is stacked. But like off paper, off numbers, if you want to get techie with it, like Melbourne's definitely got the best hoopers because like all of them are from Melbourne. Yeah. Yeah, like all the people in the NBA are from Melbourne. Like Josh Giddey's from Melbourne, Ben Simmons from Melbourne. And yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
AFL has a big part to play in that as well.
Yeah, bro. AFL, man. Like,
because of the jumping.
Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of crossover. Like, you see a lot of people, not a lot, but some people in the NBL, like they randomly play AFL. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to see.
Do you think the NBL could improve its product at all?
Right now, like I can't even floor it, bro. Like they got so much people from America coming in, like they're getting into an NBL. Like they're seeing NBL as like another pathway to the NBA. Like we had Melo, you had Josh Giddey, that RJ Hampton in the NBL. So yeah, big up to NBL. Like they're definitely an upward movement. And they have that guy, his name's Corey Williams, See Homicide. He's just really good. He's a good brand image for them. Like he's like Stephen A. Smith for the NBL. Yeah. Like he just talks a lot of shit and is very loud and it's fucking good. Like it's mad to see. It's good content. Like I'm watching, I'm actually engaged. I'm like, shit. Yeah. Like NBL. Like I wasn't watching the NBL in high school, but now it's like I'm kind of invested. It's been good.
Yeah, I never used to watch it, eh?
Nah.
I watched it a bit this year. I watched Kings.
Yeah, Kings just won twice, like 2 in a row, back to back. Yeah,
back to back.
Pretty cool.
It'd be cool if they go back to back to back.
Yeah, that'd be wild. But yeah, it'd be wild. Like they lost Cooks, like the main guy. He went to the NBA. Like he got signed to a team there. So big up to him. But like, yeah, they lost a big dude in the team. But we'll see.
Yeah, because the last time before that I checked it was Delhi was Dellavedova.
Yeah.
Was back in Melbourne.
Yeah, random.
And then I turned on the TV one day on like a Saturday morning and he's playing for Sacramento.
Yeah, it's like,
let's go.
They just bounce back and forth, bro. Yeah, it's random, but like it's cool to see. Like people definitely taking NBL for notice. I think that's the motive right now.
I think Melo.
Yeah, Melo definitely created that wave for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think Giddey as well.
Yeah, Giddey's been good, man. Giddey's killing it, bro. Like, bro, it's tough. Like back to what you were saying, that full circle moment.
Yeah,
that was wild.
What was it like interviewing him? Were you nervous?
Honestly, like, so I'm gonna like say how it went. Right? Yeah. So like, the interview was on the Sunday. I've been like contributing with Complex for like maybe 2 months now. I did one article with them, helped out on a few like video stuff in Melbourne. Yeah. And the girl hits me up. Shout out Rachel. She's like, hey, like, are you free on Sunday? Like, we had a scheduling conflict for an interview. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, Sunday is my free day. It's just a weekend, so like I'm chilling. Yeah. Why? What's up? And she's like, hey, it's All-Star weekend. And I'm like, oh. Okay, like I'm thinking like shit, where's this heading towards? Where's this going? And she's like, yeah, it's also weekend. We need someone to interview Josh Giddey. I'm like, yo, what? I'm like geeking out, but I'm texting, I'm like, yeah, I'm down. But really, I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I feel you, right? Yeah. I feel
like, Josh Giddey, what the hell? And especially like the profile he's on right now, like he's killing it, bro. Like he's not just an Aussie NBA player, like he's good. Like,
he's most probably, I could be wrong, but he's one of at a minimum, but at best, he is the most recognizable international player in the NBA at the moment.
Bro, possibly, yeah. For Australia, most definitely. But like, yeah, he's good, man. Like, he's putting Australia on like a big stage. So yeah, she hit me up. She's like, hey, are you down to do it? I'm like, yes, for sure. I'm like, fucking oath. Like, yeah, let me know. And then she's like, yeah, bet. And then she got me a link with like her manager and stuff, like through emails. And then they sent through the Zoom link. No, not Zoom link. Microsoft Teams link.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, bet. And then Sunday came, I was at my girl's house and she was out. So I was chilling in her house and I'm like, wow, what the fuck? I hop on the link and I'm just waiting. It was like, I was there 10 minutes early and I was just like, my heart was pumping, man. Like I was nervous, but I was like so excited. I was like, fuck. And then initially in the deck they sent, they told me like they had a big time crunch. So it'd be like 15 minutes I can get with him.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes to chat. I had all my questions, I did my research here and there. And I had like my notebook right next to me. And I'm waiting. And then I see like the video, like the laptop. I'm typing, I'm like, yeah, join. 10 minutes later, I see Josh Giddey joined. I'm like, fuck.
Nuts.
I'm like, yo, what? And then I'm like trying to keep my cool. Like I'm trying to keep so composed because like obviously I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah,
especially with the time, bro. So there's like, it wasn't pressure, but it was pressure. Like I was really trying to keep poise within it. He joins and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? But really I'm like, I'm geeking.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, what's up, man? And we're just talking. And yeah, it was really cool, very natural. Everything just went seamless, bro. Like seamless, very smooth. So we're just chatting it up. And then I got through my questions all in like 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, cool. Like I got like good response. I was recording it the whole time. So like I'd record it and then I would type it up afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything went smooth. He was a very nice dude, just very kicked back. Like he was asking, oh, like where are you from? And I'm from Sydney. And he made like a face and I'm like, oh shit, sorry, I'm not from Victoria, but I'm from Australia. Like it's calm. So yeah, it was real cool. His manager was really nice, very like accommodating and stuff. And then 8 minutes hit and I had 15 initially. Yeah. And she's like, hey, I'm so sorry, we're gonna have to cut it off. Like it's a big time crunch. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, I already did it. And I'm calm, like I got all my questions out. And it's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, all sweet. And I'm like, sit later, man. Thank you for having me. It's like, nah, thanks for your time. Done. 8 minutes, bro. I was like, oh my God. That just went super quick. And I was like kind of proud. I was like, wow, like obviously, as said earlier, like I grew up watching NBA. So like just to interview an NBA player, like a whole NBA player, I was like, wow, this is fucking hectic.
Especially like in football, you call him like a star boy.
Yeah, he's a star boy, bro. Yeah, he is that guy. Yeah,
he's I can't really remember growing up seeing anything like it. Simmons, to an extent, in his own way.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, Giddey at the moment, man, the stats he's putting up.
Yeah, man, he's doing numbers, bro. So like, I didn't post about it. I posted it briefly when I was like interviewing him, but like, I didn't want to post about it because I was going through some stuff. So I was like, let me just like go and pause on social media when like that time. Yeah, so I went for a quick like intermission, and then he had that crazy game. I'm like, oh fuck, I may as well post about it now. I'm like on topic. It's very current, so I'm like, I may as well post about it now. So yeah, it's crazy.
I get what you mean. On that front of the heart beating, trying to stay calm.
Yeah, man.
I've had it a few times with like some of the people I've met because Nick and Bomber.
Yeah. So much random people, like so much like crazy people coming in.
Yeah, so to them it's very normal what they deal with. I'm still in high vis every morning at 6 a.m.
Calm, man.
In my bedroom all afternoon, right?
Yeah.
So like when they're talking about, or this person's coming, or like even when I bump into people in public, and it's very usual interactions, but you know what I mean? And
for sure.
Kind of like 1-4 Boys is a good example, or like I met Ty legit tomorrow a year ago for the first time.
Oh wow!
On Anzac Day at
that's
a venue.
Mad.
Little did I know I'd be doing work around.
Big up to you. That congrats on you. Like you're doing your thing, bro.
Thanks,
so big up, man.
But my biggest one, I've told it, and on TikTok it did real big numbers. But I met Dave when I was
Dave,
rapper.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So when I was 18, no, yes and no. I birthday 6th of January 2000. I met Dave 3rd of January 2018. So the whole story goes, I'd followed Dave from, there was a thing called Street Stars. Right? And that was like, Dave's in a black Nike jacket and he's got his hood on, and there's one white guy in the background that doesn't know any of the lyrics. And then there's all his mates that are in every video ever since with him, right? So anyway, I followed Dave since then. He goes on, does a few more songs. He does a black box cypher, does really well. Starts releasing his own thing. Thiago Silva comes out.
Banger.
Yeah. 6 Parts comes out as well. And then No Words and that EP Game Over. That had just come out. So anyway, I'd been a big fan the whole time, and it says Dave's coming out to Sydney 3rd of January 2018. So me as a 17-year-old who's just working at Coles at night, it's just like,
gotta go.
So I'm like, fuck this. I could not care at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, all right, done. I message him in year 12, going through my HSC, going, hey bro, I'll be real. I've been following you for a while.
Yeah, tough.
I just want to know, is there any possibility I can get tickets to your show because I'm 3 days short of 18? He goes, oh, yeah, bro. Easy. Like, replies.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that's tough.
So
Holy shit.
a few weeks go by and I don't hear anything else. I go, fuck. I'll message him again.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm so sorry, bro. Hit my manager's line.
Yeah.
Get in contact with his manager. His manager, by the way,
Yeah.
knew no one in the industry. Just did everything himself.
Oh.
And started up Neighborhood Records.
Yeah.
Do you know Meeks?
Meeks.
He has a song like Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And he mentioned 1-4 in his Daily Duppy.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he signed under that.
Oh, tough.
Yeah, so
Man.
like that was his second signing under
Yeah,
Neighborhood Records,
shit.
which is cool.
And Dave's obviously the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
So yeah, anyway, hit the manager's line. Manager's like, yeah, bro, you're on the guest list.
Fucking hell.
Chill as shit, right?
Guess this shit.
Yeah. Typical Australian music.
No, I
I
can't.
get there, I get to Oxford Art Factory,
Yeah.
and I go, and they're like, where's your ticket? I go, nah, I haven't got one. I'm on the guest list. And they like look me up and down. Like,
You guess this.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
So, and then they go, yeah, you're on the guest list. We need your ID. Like, hand it over. And they go, you're not 18. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I thought this was my way around that.
Yeah, shit.
I thought guest list was the way.
Yeah.
So they like blatantly refused to let me in.
Fuck.
So you know how you have like Oxford Art Factory,
Yeah.
and then as you're walking down the streets, you have the traffic lights, and then there's a park to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
So I'm sitting on the corner of that florist and that park. I'm sitting on the florist step, and I'm like, still 18.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I messaged
right.
Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, they're not letting me in.
Yeah.
Thinking.
Oh, see how it
If
goes.
he's- yeah.
Before the show. Oh, shit. Yeah.
So there's like an hour to the show.
Yeah.
And he goes, what do you mean? And then
Oh.
we get into a full conversation about it.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I said, look, when does the show finish? I'll wait here. I got because my mates had gone in, they'd bought tickets.
Oh.
So I'm
fuck.
thinking, and there's Macca's across the road, and I was a big boy at 18, so I was like, I can
Yeah.
entertain myself at
Yeah,
Macca's.
I've got-
Right?
yeah, sure. Give me a few stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I message him. I'm like, look, man, I'll wait till the show ends. And he goes, no. And then he replies, nah, fuck that. I'm coming to meet you. You're a real fan.
Fucking oh.
So I'm like, wow. So I messaged him like, hey, bro, this is where I am. And I was with a mate because he said to me, he was like, bring a friend for the guest list.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm with a mate and we're sitting there on the corner of the florist and he hadn't replied in a while. And I'm thinking like, it is what it is.
Yeah, fuck it.
If- He's bound to be, I knew from like Thiago Silva, he is bound to be a global superstar.
And he is as he is now.
Yeah. And like Six Paths was one of the most artistic rap projects I've heard in a while.
Yeah.
6 songs, completely different parts of life could have gone down.
Yeah.
So we're sitting on the thing and do you know Game Over, the EP, how it's like a black background with a orange cat face on it maybe?
Nah.
It's like Dave, a portrait of Dave, but it's also it's like mashed as well with a cat's face. It's
I'll
weird.
probably know by face if anything.
Yeah, if you saw it. So anyway, he has that, but he has it in the blue that Psychodrama was, which was his debut album.
Yeah.
So it's like that blue, but the EP cover's different. It's not the
Yeah.
Psychodrama one.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's this guy walking down the street, and I turn to John, being such a judgmental little prick. I go, look at this fucking loser wearing his merch.
Yeah.
And then thinking like some guy's trying to kiss his ass. It's Dave.
It's Dave.
Yeah.
Wearing his merch.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dave's like
fuck.
wearing his own merch. I'm going like, fuck, man, like what a dickhead I am.
Oh,
so you
shit.
get like this guy walks like over me because I'm sitting basically on the floor, just on my phone, just like
Yeah.
kind of like in a state of
Like,
I don't know if I'm actually like awake.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a story that
Yeah.
if I told to someone on a night out,
Yeah.
they would just, and they didn't know, hadn't seen my socials, hadn't seen any of the people that I know.
Yeah.
They'd go, nah, not a fucking
No
chance in the
way.
world this bloke's made gay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and then he's like, like in his accent, he's like, Harry. I go, yeah.
Yeah, that's
and,
me.
And he's just, bro, I full like, yeah, not your heart drops.
Yeah.
You don't want to you don't want to fangirl too much.
Nah, fair.
Because you don't want them, and I've learned that from the boys around here as well. You don't want to make, and you'd know it as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure. Just keep it casual. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I get up, keep it as casual as I can. And the whole interaction is not of one of a fan and an artist. It is of two people trying to know each other.
Fucking knows.
So he's like, oh, before we, let's not do any photos. Like,
Yeah.
where are you from? What's your name?
Yeah.
Because I'm fascinated with like I could tell he was fascinated with the fact that he had a fan.
Yeah, like a genuine fan, like literally DMing him.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah.
But that wasn't from England or America.
Yeah, from
I think.
Australia.
And then he goes, "Where are you from?" I was like, "The Blue Mountains." And so there's these guys that are in every one of his videos.
Yeah.
If I showed you their face, you know them.
Yeah.
But there's another guy there called 169 who's a producer.
Yeah.
Really talented producer.
for
He's
sure.
done big songs with like Wretch 32 and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, how hard.
So that guy's standing there. Oh Jesus! And so yeah, he's standing there, he's chilling, and then Dave's like, "Where are you from?" I go, "Oh, Blue Mountains."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where's that?" I was like, "Oh, look, man, if you get on that train right there, 'cause we're in Oxford Street, so
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a train station there, hour and a half that way to the west of the country."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa, like that's so far."
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think when I visited London as well,
Yeah.
an hour and a half out of London
Yeah.
is like
Far.
very far.
Yeah,
It is
out.
very condensed in
Yeah.
England.
For sure.
And then 169's English accent like taps one of the boys. He's like, "Oh, that's where the three rocks are I was talking about." Talking about three
Yeah,
sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, I was trying not to laugh at the same time.
Like, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
getting the whole mountains labelled by the three sisters. But I was like, fucking
Yeah, the
what-
three rocks.
Yeah, and yeah, we were just talking, and he was talking about like Six Pars and Thiago Silva.
Tough.
Because
Man.
Thiago Silva had started to pick up.
Yeah.
It's very much on the same line as Stormzy Shut Up.
Bro, that era.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like Skep had done a show in London for Shutdown.
Yeah.
And he actually shut down London.
Fucking shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Man. I love Skep.
Yeah, that era where they'd started to gain the traction on Facebook.
Yeah,
it
man.
was,
Yeah,
essentially.
Facebook. Yeah, I remember getting tagged. I think it was like for Stormzy Shut Up. I'm like, oh, this is mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Stormzy Shut Up was so
Yeah,
different.
so tough, man.
And then, yeah, it was just a normal interaction. He was talking about Six Parts, and then he goes on with his show.
Yeah.
I shoot him the photo, and we talk for a bit. I left it at that. And then last year when I went to Europe, I messaged him. I was
Yeah.
like, because the one thing he said, the last message he ever sent me was, "If you ever come to London, like link me, tell me."
Hey.
So I'm like, I sent him a message last year. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey man, I'm in London." Never replied. Didn't give a fuck.
Calm.
But
Still, it's there. You had that memory.
yeah, I
You're
said
like,
to the boys I was with, I was like, imagine like me at 22 last year, just
Yeah.
going to London
Yeah.
and linking up with him again.
nah, bro,
But,
it happened. In
yeah.
time. In time, you got it.
Crazy. But yeah, funnily enough, so one of the boys who I grew up with, his best mate from school, his mum
Yeah.
works high up at a ticketing company.
Tough.
So him and his mate get backstage passes to Splendor, which is days later
Yeah.
in Byron or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And with the backstage pass, you get
Yeah.
a meet and great with every artist or
fucking
something.
lit.
It's like
Yeah.
the most platinum ticket.
Yeah, for sure.
And Sam, who lives literally 3 streets away from me, both in Wimberley.
Yeah.
Do you know where Wimberley?
Yeah, Windmill, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember like, I was doing a profile and I'm like, oh, Windmill. I'm like, fuck, that's far.
Yeah.
Yeah, like shit. And then you asked, you're from the mountain. I'm like, yeah, it confirms it, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
And so yeah, Sam and I, like 2 guys from Wimberley. Sam says to Dave, and this is 3 days later, which I think is astonishing. He's like, "Do you remember a guy called Harry?" He's like, "Yeah, like of course I remember Harry. He's heaps cool.
Yeah.
He's he was the one who like wouldn't like stop trying to get to my shows." Oh, Siri.
Wait, hold up. Before you get into it, I'm invested, bro. This story about Dave.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Your mate was like to him. You met he like he remembered you.
Yeah. So Dave, like 72 hours later, he's up in Byron, and Sam goes, "Do you remember a guy called Harry?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, how could I forget Harry? Like, he was a fan who really like put his best foot forward to getting to
yeah.
my show.
Bro, good impressions still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never forgot it, and then obviously messaged him last year. He didn't reply, but I was in London and I looked up, and so you have like Piccadilly Square. Do you ever play COD?
Nah.
Piccadilly Square is like the main map.
Yeah.
And that's how it's fucked.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it when I got there. Right? I was like, this is a COD map. Yeah. We're literally walking around, and we were walking around, we were talking about like camping spots on the map. And there were some guys there, and they could hear us, and they just started laughing, going exactly
That's
what we were
fucking
saying.
mad, yeah.
But like Piccadilly Square is the main thing in London, like the hub.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was there, and I looked up, and Spotify had a board, and it's Dave.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow. Obviously, so super famous.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
You just kind of like, you kind of forget sometimes. I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
The people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was actually my first ever interaction with Dave.
Yeah.
That interaction itself with Dave, I should say.
Yeah.
Where I learned they're humans.
Yeah, man.
And I think that's what's helped me progress
Yeah,
further
for
and
sure.
further with just meeting people. I'm sure you can relate as well.
Yeah.
Because essentially I come from not no credentials, but I didn't know anyone
Yeah,
when I
hard.
first started.
That's so calm. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And you just kind of progress. And people are, I say to boys that I bring along, some of my mates who are trying to find their way into this as well, some of the younger boys from
sure.
up in the mountains.
Yeah.
I say to them, like, just be yourself. Don't look for social credit.
Just
And
do you.
Yeah, do you.
Yeah.
And even if you think your personality, your brand wouldn't align with their personality, their brand at all, which if you were to look on from the outside, there's so many people I've met that are like that.
Yeah,
It's like, that's not how it works. There's one thing that matters, respect.
Yeah, bro. Exactly that.
Yeah.
Bro, I can go on for days on this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I say to it. It's not about like some people are going to be way more original than the rest, right? Like some people are going to be so many different priorities.
Yeah.
The one thing is, if I walk into a studio, Common House was a really good example.
Yeah.
I could walk into a studio, say upstairs is a rapper, over to the other side was that massive Filipino podcast, right? And then the next person coming in is clothing brand.
Yeah.
The one thing that all those people will have is respect if they engage in a conversation
For sure.
and a genuine engagement. And that's what I learned along the way. But Dave was the first thing was no matter who you meet, and anyone from whatever walk of life, whoever they are, it's the exact same thing. You just give everyone the same amount of respect, attention, diligence in every conversation you have.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised like how far you can make it. And because as a kid, I think you might relate with the Josh Giddey thing.
Yeah.
If you were to tell yourself as a kid, you're going to interview like Australia's biggest basketballing star.
Yeah.
You're going to get 10 minutes to sit down with him.
Yeah.
You, as a kid, you'd be like, no way.
Yeah, man. It's very full circle, bro. I definitely have that thought as well. Like, yeah, man. Like, I feel like if I was to tell like 15-year-old Josh, 14-year-old Josh, oh, you're going to be interviewing like an NBA player in like 8 years, I'd be like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Yeah, but nah.
How does it happen?
Yeah, hard, bro. But yeah, definitely big on that. And I'm definitely big on the whole like, just do you, bro. Just be authentic, be genuine, man. Like, I have this conversation with Sully all the time. Like, the real will always like the real. Well, how does it go? The real will always prevail. Is that? Yeah. So it's like you can just tell who's fake and who's not. Like you can tell who's real. Like it's so like, just do you, man. Like literally, that's all I can say. Just do you. Just be you. Be yourself, and everything will just follow through. You know what I mean? People will appreciate that as well, like because they can tell you're just being genuine. Like you're not trying to put a front on anything. Like, don't put a front. Don't be fake. Don't try to like act out something you're not. You know what I mean? Just like, and people will appreciate who you are for real.
Yeah, I find in music with rappers, they are the best at. They can spot it so fucking
man,
quicker than anyone. And any rapper I've interviewed, I've done my research on.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you were to just put us two in a room and go, these two guys get along really well, you'd be like, how? Like, at what point does this cross over?
Yeah.
But it all just stems from respect and a mutual understanding that we both have different lives. But one common thing here is love for music.
Yeah, the same intention.
Yeah. And I've noticed it as well in my endeavors. I can spot someone that just
trying to be something they're not.
Yeah, trying to be something they're not, and they're also in it for the completely wrong reason.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think it comes from like a passion thing. Like, if you're passionate, just do it. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it for anything else. I mean, like, eventually in time, whatever that may be, like, do it for passion, and everything else will follow. Like, you know, a career out of it maybe. Yeah. But like, I think that should definitely be the motive, the first step. Like, just finding the right intention to actually do it. Like, finding the passion to actually do it and create, execute. Like, do it for that reason. Make it fun. Like, just be simple with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what this is, bro.
Yeah, big up to you, man. Yeah.
It's just I just noticed so many people in Western Sydney that you could talk to about like experiences. Yeah, you're a great example.
Oh, thanks, bro.
I mean, like it's full circle that we're
fucking
in the same
uni
class.
Bro.
But in that uni class, bro, those were times where I would sit and just look at stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
While that fucking old lady's having a crack at
fucking tell yourself, bro.
And I just quickly get into the Google Docs part. And I'm doing something.
Oh yeah, I'm doing something. You know that on the Mac when you swipe. I'm on this tab. Yeah.
But yeah, at those times I was seeing a lot of UK music stuff. Yeah. And in America, they've always just like Red Bull's a really good example of what they've always just kind of done with their content. It's not really about the drink. Yeah. And I always
it's about engagement. Their engagement community. Yeah. For sure.
And I just always thought, like, I want to do something like that where it doesn't matter who they are. I just want to interview interesting people.
Yeah, hard, man.
And talk to people who have done the most stark difference of things.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I think that's what this is the epitome of it.
Man.
The amount of different people I have on it.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
I definitely see the intention as well, bro. Like it's gangster. I remember when you first messaged me, I was like, nah, like same goes for you, man. Like I respect everything you do. Like especially for like it's good storytelling, man. Like you getting all these people on and like telling their part. So it's cool to see. It's refreshing, as you said.
I appreciate it. The one thing I didn't want to do, and I did it at some points because guests would pull out. I brought my best mates on. Shout out John and Ned. I'm going to pull those episodes just so they know. They'll hear it for the first time now.
For sure.
Call me and be like, fuck, why are you pulling the episodes out? But I didn't. So with podcasts, there's like two genres, I'd say. You have reactive and then you have like an interview format, which is what we're in now.
For sure.
The one thing I never wanted to do was go into reactive.
Yeah.
Because I want, so say this sounds so dark. The BY's interview. If something happens to me and I never upload a video ever again, I've left that on the internet forever. And there's guys out there that are able to find a full hour and a half of myself interacting with BYs.
Yeah.
And same if there's just this interview that knows no time, hopefully.
Yeah.
I try and keep it as far away from interaction, from timestamp as possible.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go down the podcast route because you see them all the time on TikTok where they're like, they're just trying to be really reactive and do what's hot.
Yeah, for sure.
I just thought like I couldn't give a fuck about views, couldn't give a fuck about sponsorships.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
But it's right. Like I had my first offer last week of a sponsorship.
Big up, man. Congrats.
Yeah. Sponsorship, yes and no. It was like an offering just to send me free stuff.
No, but still, it's something, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the package to arrive to see if there's a note in it.
That says
like
that'd be lit here.
That'd
be tough, man.
But yeah, like I say to people, because I'll go out and I don't really go out much anymore.
No, I can't.
But when I go out, there will be people from the mountains and they'll be like, oh, do you get paid from it yet? Yeah, like, no, it's not like
it's not like that. Yeah. I just want to do it, man.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I'm just doing this because it's fun.
Yeah, like this to me is way better than going home and sitting on Netflix for like 3 hours.
Exactly that, bro. It's time well spent, regardless. Yeah, for sure. I hear you.
And you always learn something.
Yeah, man. Fully. Fuck, that's like legit. I love learning. I love like learning about different people, the different experiences. Like that's why like for like you and I like with like Helos and Forum, like it's the same concept, same intention. Like just to like dive in about someone's like creativity. So yeah. Feel you.
It's a funny thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a childhood curiosity.
Yeah, bro, legit. Like off that as well. Like I remember like for Forum the first season, like that was kind of like there wasn't the concept, but it was one concept I had in mind. Like for the campaign video, for like the little teasur, I wanted to get like
sick, by the way.
Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
I watched it again today.
No, I appreciate that. I'm really proud of that. But like initially off that, because I was like so bombarded with like work, my full-time work.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like kind of like draft everything and like think of something on the spot. But initially I had an idea in mind, was like I wanted to get a video of me, like me present and like a younger Filipino kid representing me as a kid and like talking to them and shit. Because like as a kid, I was just asking so many questions and like I kind of carry that till now. So it's like I'm just forever learning, man. I want to like just indulge in everything, embrace everything, and just be immersed with like people that will like just like kind of like regenerate me and like refresh me, you know?
Yeah. With that child concept.
Yeah.
A lot of rappers do that.
Yeah. They do. Yeah, for sure. So it was kind of like, I was like off that as well, but like, yeah, just off like genuine, like as a kid, I was always fucking asking questions.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what we were saying before, is like, as a kid, like if I told myself, like if I told a kid Josh, like I'd be doing all this stuff now, they'd be like, oh wow, cool. So it was like kind of like a full circle thing as well.
I say that to Nick a lot. I used to look up to Nick.
Oh, big up,
like,
man. Yeah.
I, like, put him on too much of a pedestal. But like as you get older, you don't do the pedestal shit.
Yeah,
but when you're
sure.
like 15, 16, you see a guy who's, how old? Nick is 7 years my senior. So what? He's my age now when I was 16.
Tough.
And he's making money off the videography. He's filming all around the world. Yeah. And like now I interact with him almost daily.
Man. Full circle again. Yeah, so good.
But like, like just all that stuff is just crazy to me.
Yeah, for sure. But it's definitely like a good reflection. Like I think that's a good thing as well. Like just reflecting, you know, like seeing where you're at. Because I feel like, I don't know for me, but for me personally, I always get caught up in the moment. And I'm like, shit, let me just take a step back and realize where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm chilling. Because I get anxious about shit, like about the future. I'm like, oh shit, am I making the right moves? Am I doing the right things? But I just gotta take a step back sometimes. It's like, yeah, I'm cool, like it's calm.
Yeah. I have to do that a lot.
Nah, man. I think you definitely should. Like, it helps a lot, bro. Like, it gives you more clarity, more peace of mind as well. It's like, you know, you're in the right direction. You're doing good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I often sit there and kind of look around
Mm-hmm.
and just go like, it's just like, wow, you're actually doing all right.
Yeah,
because
man.
you get caught up, like you fall behind.
Mm.
I have a week-to-week schedule.
Yeah.
Like on a Sunday, I'll sit down.
That's good.
Every day.
That's a good routine to have, bro. I need to be doing that shit. But yeah.
It changed my life.
Yeah, I'd
Legit
imagine.
changed my life.
It's like to wind down, scope it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just helps you like every day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a list of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get those lists done,
Yeah.
there's plenty more days in the week to get them done. If you get them all done early in a day and you're done by 2, you can even take on more from later in the week so that on Friday and Saturday you can go do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I often struggle to sit back because I'm so caught up with like editing podcasts and stuff like that. And then sometimes I sit back and look at what I'm editing. I'm like, holy fuck, like, this is actually
I'm working on this.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's just kind of like it's a funny thing, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's a funny thing.
Yeah, it's one thing like I feel like people like always neglect, like just resetting, recouping, like reflecting, like, oh, I'm here now. You know what I mean? But again, yeah, people just get caught up, me included. Yeah.
I do it a lot at home actually now. It's one thing I picked up was I saw this thing on TikTok. Fuck man, poems on TikTok.
Poems, yeah.
They were going massive. And there was one thing on like it's called Mercy. And it's about like a spider. It's basically like she asked me to kill the spider.
Yeah.
But I grab the most peaceful tools I can find. So if I'm caught in the wrong place at the wrong time one day, I hope I can be dealt with the same mercy or something like that.
Oh shit.
So anyway, ever since then, I just every chance I get when I get home or when I'm there in the morning, I just like sit outside, eat my breakfast, and just like watch the animals instead of my phone.
Hard,
shit like
bro.
that.
Really embrace it, bro. Yeah, fully.
It's something
I
like
fuck
that.
with that a lot. Big up to you. That's so good to have. That's so good to do.
Yeah. And then like it's led to me as well, massive thing. And it's good that I live in the mountains for this exact reason. It's like when I get out of my car at night, if I look up, like I see all the stars.
That's fucking lit.
And that reminds you, when I look up at the stars, it always reminds me like, this shit is not as important as in the most beautiful senses.
Yeah, I hear you.
Nothing is as important as you think it is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All these things that you're looking at are the exact same, like 10 times bigger than this.
Yeah,
and they're in something that's massive.
Nah, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Crazy
good
thing.
way to put it, bro. Good way to like look at life as well. Just like really taking it easy. I think for me is like a one motive that I tried taking this year. I'm still practicing it, but like just simplicity, bro. Just it's so simple, you know?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to overthink it. You just gotta do it.
Yeah. That book there,
Yeah.
The War of Art, it talks about the biggest challenge in art is actually sitting down and doing it. That is the hardest challenge for someone. So he's a writer himself, obviously.
Yeah.
But he talks about the hardest thing as being a writer. He managed to have 2 kids. He managed to have a marriage, get divorced, have many successful jobs, travel. The one thing he never did was sit down at his laptop and actually try and write a book. And when he did write a book, that's what he produced.
There you go, man. That just it goes to show power of execution, bro.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm fully for that. Like I always mention to my friends, like just people in general, like it's all about execution at the end of the day, bro. Like you can talk all this stuff, like what you want to do, what you like, what your plans are, what your motives are. If you're not gonna do it, like it goes to nothing. You know what I mean? So it's all part of execution. Like I think for me in high school, going back to what we were saying, like about growing up and hopping into creativity, big thing for me was like execution and regret. Like I don't want to fucking regret shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a killer, that's a huge killer. Like comparison's a killer, regret is a killer. Where it's like you don't want to look back and stuff and look at all that time you spent and be like, oh fuck, I wish I did this. I could have done this. I should have done this. That's fucking shit. Like I don't wish that on anyone. Like I just want everyone to just execute. You know what I mean? Like just do it, bro. Just fully send it. It. Yeah.
Literally. I completely agree. Because the one thing I look back on from when I was at uni, actually, I didn't focus on Helos at all. I started Helos when I was 16.
Tough.
Obviously, I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Nah, it's calm.
And then up until like 2021, I had it there and I'd make money, but not enough to work for myself. But I'd make money.
Yeah.
But like, that was with no effort. And then I just, in 2021, 2022, I was like, fuck man, what are you doing? Like you actually, you like to put off
what you love to do.
Yeah. And like you like to put out to people that you work hard, but in reality, I know, and I know myself, I'm the only person that knows this, that I am not working anywhere near as hard as I like want people to think I am.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a clarity for yourself. You know, it's like you pulling yourself on it. It's accountability. That's good. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that book, it talks about like the concept of resistance and how strong resistance is.
Yeah.
So people think if you wake up in the morning, right, and you've got a list of things to do, and it's all like clean the dishes, wash your clothes, go get the groceries, and then at the end of the list it has make a melody, right? Say you're an artist.
Yeah.
You could have the most productive day in the world on that list, get everything done, but if you don't make a melody, resistance beat you for that day.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
it's a fascinating book.
Nah,
right?
I'll definitely tap into it. For sure.
You can borrow it.
Yeah,
if you
but
want.
actually, I need to. Yeah.
I've highlighted a lot in it. But,
tough. I'll definitely look into it.
yeah, that what you're talking about, like actual execution.
Yeah.
That book changed me because I'd be happy to talk about things, and sometimes they manifest themselves. I got lucky.
Yeah.
I'll be honestly real.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd talk about things and they'd happen, and I kind of draw that down to manifestation.
Yeah, big up.
I'm not as spiritual as I could be, but
No, I
very
definitely
much-
feel you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not as big as either, but like manifestation's huge. Bro.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I put it out to the universe, came back full circle
Yeah,
for me.
for
That was
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
But there's other times where it's like, you truly have to sit down and do the fucking work and execute it.
Yeah, bro.
Otherwise, no one's coming to save you.
Off that as well, like with manifestation and doing the work, like I feel like for me, I'm a Christian dude, so like I pray and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, one thing I always like took in, I kind of like tell, like if people talk to me about it, is like you got to meet everything halfway. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, everything's set out for you. You know, manifestations, you set it out, but if you don't do the execution, it's not gonna like it. Sometimes it may happen, but you got to meet it halfway, bro. Like, you know, you pray, you manifest, you affirm. But if you're not doing the work, like you can't just expect it to happen. You know what I mean? Like you gotta meet it halfway regardless.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me, bro. Meeting things halfway.
Yeah. That was bro. It's still a massive thing for me. But that was something I did from 18 to like anything before 18, do what you fucking want.
Yeah, for
16-year-olds,
sure.
don't be worrying about money. Go live your life.
Yeah.
But from 18 to like 21, that was honestly me. Like I was planning things and I was saying things and I never met them. I didn't even know how to use, as like a person who owned a clothing brand, I still struggle with it. But like
that's calm.
basic Adobe products, I didn't know how to use or didn't ever use them until like last year.
Yeah, neither to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? And that's like a criminal.
Yeah, for sure.
As a
No criminal, but like
offense,
it's
but,
hard.
like, as a clothing brand or
Yeah.
whatever, and I don't have any Adobe products, I don't know what I'm doing. I just used to outsource it every time.
No, that's
And I was
calm.
like-
But you're learning, bro. Again.
yeah, it's two like boys I knew, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But
It's a good tool to have, but for sure.
yeah, obviously, and like
Yeah.
just stuff like that. It's a funny thing.
Yeah.
But look, we'll move on because I want to talk about arguably the most fascinating thing I witnessed in music last year. I'm very attentive.
Yeah.
That's one thing I pride myself on with
Yeah.
music.
God.
And last year, two things happened. First one being Hooks popped off. Right?
Oh yeah, big up Hooks.
Yeah.
Killer. Yeah.
So, Hawks, I spotted the year before
Yeah.
in February.
Yep.
What was that? Yeah, he released in December. That February, he put up a TikTok. He was freestyling. He was driving, and there was a guy filming him. He was freestyling. I messaged him in February and sent him clothes, and he did modeling in April, May. But I had to archive a lot of them because his face was in them.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And then he goes like absent for a while, comes out, and he blows up. And I still talk to him.
Oh man, that's cool.
And just watching that for me was just personally,
Yeah, for sure.
it was just like one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah, it's
I've
like
seen.
cool. Like you know this guy's putting in the work and it's coming to fruition. So yeah, for sure. I
Yeah,
hear you.
and shout out I think it's the Bragnado brothers from Aura. They're the ones that signed him and have done
okay, man.
like the work.
Cool.
Independent label. But the other thing that caught my attention, and mainly because of Solly, shout out Solly
Big
to
up
the day I
Solly.
drop.
Yeah, big up Solly.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
Was Hotter Out West last year.
Yeah.
But I've never, ever, it obviously helped I was at Open,
Yeah, for sure.
but like I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah. I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah.
So talk to the people, man.
Yeah.
Like Hotter Out West. Let's talk about it as its first. When was it first spoken out into the universe? Do you think?
Shit. I know exactly when. All right, I'll dive into it. So what happened was, so just to clarify as well, Hot Out West, it's a team of boys. Like we've been, we're homies first, and then obviously they're all like crazy talented in the creative endeavors. Like we've got designers, we've got like directors, we've got video dudes like off the team. Like everyone's talented as fuck. So like to be put together and immersed with them, crazy. Like I'm very grateful to be in that spot. Like it's cool. So I think, fuck man, there's so much different spots where it's like, when did it actually start? But for me, off the top of my head was I came from work one day and we met all the boys already at like different parties. We'd go to parties together and we'd be homies, and then it would just be friend of a friend, but we all started hanging out as a group. So it was cool. And I came home, I came from work, I was working in Parramatta. I came to Open Source because there was like a after party for like a breakdance battle. And all the boys were there because it was the Blacktown block party. Like it was like different people like performing, and then they had the after party at Open Source. So everyone came from the Blacktown block party at the Blacktown Arts Centre, and we all pulled up to Open Source just for the after party. So I caught up with them at the after party, and I was kicking it with them. We're talking, and then like for me, it was like cool because it was a new friend group for me, and like being in like in a friend group that was creative as well, because that's one thing I kind of like always look for. Like growing up, like I love like doing creative stuff, and if I could be immersed with other people that are creative, like it's fucking sick. Like you move together, like you bounce energy off each other.
Yeah,
it's lit.
WMT.
Yeah, bro, literally moves together. Yeah. So yeah, we started hanging out, and I was like, wow, like I'm really enjoying this company. Like it's good. Like people are like they're all doing their own thing on the solo tip. Like it's mad cool. And like yeah, obviously Solly was there. Like he was doing his DJ thing. I just been doing my own stuff on the time, and then we had like different boys there. Yeah. And then we went to Roasted Chicken in Blacktown straight after. We just happened to feed.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Roasted Chicken, man. That's the
good,
spot,
eh?
the hot spot, bro. I'm telling you. But yeah, we went there, we were eating, and I think someone briefly mentioned about a party. And I'm like, oh yeah. And like I don't know, I don't want to like name any names because I can't quote. Like I don't know who actually spoke about it first. We all started collectively talking about the party. We're like, oh yeah, we should do one. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm down. For me, I was like, damn, like a party. Like for me in Sydney, like there's a lot of parties. So I'm like, oh shit, like I don't know if I want to be just another party. Do you know what I mean? So we got together, we started talking about it, and then we started having calls about it. I'm like, okay, boy, like this is serious. Like we're all serious. Like we're all on the same motive here. I'm like, all right, bet. And I think it was like somewhere in September, we started talking about it, and we actually like booked a date in with Open. Yeah. And that for me, I was like, oh shit, this shit is real. Yeah. And then we did that, start talking about like the lineup for it. Start talking about rollout for it. So it was like cool to see everything from like just a thought to fruition. And then the first hot was happened, and we're like, yo, this is tough. Like it's a good vibe. Like everyone's enjoying the community. Like they enjoyed it. Like everyone just pulled up, and it was good. Like good music playing, good energy, like just being bounced, and it just felt safe, bro. It felt like home. And I was like, shit. And all of this is our Open Source, so it's like it's very full circle because that time we first probably hung out at that after party was the Open Source. Come back to September, like we're chucking our own party together, so it's cool.
Yeah, bro,
it's lit.
Basically, like I said to Solly on the podcast, Western Sydney Boiler Room.
Yeah, for sure.
A way to just
fully.
kind of like get someone who follows music to understand like the basic concept of it. Man. It's much more complex than that.
For sure.
But the rollout as well. Yeah. I know people that were following you guys that I knew personally. Yeah. And it was, I swear on it. I had people come up to me and say, I seen you follow it, like you and Solly have talked. Yeah. I seen you follow Hotter Out West. Like this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Yeah. And these people weren't even getting to the events because they were working weekend jobs or whatever. Yeah. But bro, people were just so fascinated with like the whole.
He got received very well. Like I was like, wow. Big ups to the boys, man. Yeah. Big ups to the boys, man. Like, it received really well. So I'm really appreciative of it. And like the boys, like, shout out to the boys. They killed that shit. Like they really did. Yeah.
Explain the concept quickly for people who are new following along. Was it 6 DJs?
So the first one was 5 DJs. Yeah, 5 DJs. So pretty much, we're a crew, like the boys, the collective of creatives, just immersed in different like stuff they do. Came together, we're like, okay, fuck it, let's chuck a party. So we've had 3 so far. First one was September, second one was in November, I believe, and the last one was in January. Yeah. So 3 parties so far, but yeah, man, really, really grateful. Like it's been received really good, and it's been such a good time every time. Like I'm there, I'm enjoying it. It's like shit, like seeing everything from thoughts to like fruition. It's been cool, like being present in that. It's been mad. You really have to pull up to one, bro.
Yeah, honestly, bro. Yeah. I want to.
Yeah, you have to.
Living in Wimberley sometimes, bro, you get the better of you. Nah, like you have the biggest of weeks and you've hardly slept, like in terms of working, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it gets to Saturday night, and I'm just sitting there going, and I look at my phone, I go, oh fuck, like Hotter Out West is on. Like, why did I not message anyone?
Nah,
because and sometimes I don't see the tickets come out because I do this shit during the week after work.
For sure.
So I'm like on my phone or I'm on my laptop, and then I'll check my phone before I go to bed. But because of what with your personal Instagram, it just pops up with personal accounts first.
Yeah.
So by the time I've just checked it for 5 minutes, put my phone down, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I want to pull up to the next one.
Yeah.
I just want to bring like a lot of my mates, and I just want to I don't want to, obviously I talk to you about
for
this,
sure.
but I also just want to be like there because I love that shit.
Yeah, you got to, bro.
In Europe, I got like the utmost experience of live music.
Yeah, for sure.
Tomorrowland.
That'd be lit. Yeah.
Tomorrowland's a different ball game, but still electronic dance music.
Yeah, for sure.
All falls under one umbrella.
It's crazy. Like, especially with the music, like the way you curate it is like, we want a diverse sound, bro. We want each DJ to have like bring their own like energy. And then like the first Hot Out West, we saw that. Second one, that one hit, bro. That one was tough.
I think that one was the biggest one I noticed in terms of
that was tough.
Engagement from community.
Man, it was crazy. Like a lot of the boys put up, a lot of like people from like the scene put up. Like it was really good to have like actual support from everyone. Like and it was genuine. Like it was real cool. Like yeah, man, it's cool. Big up to the boys. I'm really proud of them. Like they're crazy and we're all young as well. So like it's cool. Like we're the future. You know what I mean? So like in time we'll see where it goes. But like we got plans and we really want to execute them. But it'd be good.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
congratulations on it all.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. It's definitely a team effort. Like I'm just doing what I can, but yeah, it's been good. It's been mad. Like big up to the boys. Big up Amor. Big up Solly. Big up Tony. Big up Dylan. Big up Narwealth. Big up Declan. Big up Isaiah Verkey. Big up Jason. Nah, crazy team. Our team is second to none. I can't lie. Really good team. Yeah,
it was so cool the way it was rolled out to people's experience. I remember Howie put a story up.
Yeah, man. Like especially have How at the spot. We're like, bro, big up to How. Like, thank you. Yeah, shit.
With How, bro. Every time, like whenever I've been in his presence, it is you feel like this comfort.
Yeah.
That there's no one else in the music industry I've ever felt it from.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like that uncle that you just adore. Like he's just that guy, man. His appreciation for music on so many different levels.
Yeah, for sure. He's well versed, bro. Yeah, for sure.
And he's just like one of those guys. I interviewed him. I was lucky enough to interview him.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And I loved it.
Yeah,
loved
OG
every
for
second.
sure, man. Like he's just wise. Like he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? It's like shit. Like tell me more. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh fuck. Like, you can tell me the color blue was red, and I believe
you. Okay, I see where you're coming from. Yeah. Big up to How, man. He's cool. But to have him at Hot Out West, it was really cool, and he's been real supportive of it. Funny story. I wasn't there presently, but Amor, my best mate, he was also like the big like dude for Hot Out West.
Yeah.
Why would I? Like why?
Yeah.
Like he was at the spot. He brought all his boys. We were kicking it, enjoying it. He was at the party, and he stayed up afterwards until like it actually stopped, and we were like doing like where did I start? So yeah, the party finished, and then
I think I've seen this on his story.
Yeah,
was it like 3 a.m. or something?
Yeah, 3 a.m. We're watching the footy game that was on, so we're just kicking back, and then
Rugby League World Cup was on.
Yeah, the World Cup was on. So yeah, everyone's just kicking back. We're plucking up and we're just chilling it, and then he dipped out of nowhere, like he just left. So we're like, okay, all good. Thanks for coming through, bro. And so I'm almost like, he left, and then he came back, and he brought all the boys Maccas. And we're like, bro, what a G. Like, what the fuck?
Good guy,
good guy. I wasn't there, but to hear that, I'm like, fuck. Big up to Y, like, for supporting.
Yeah.
He rocks with us, so it's cool. And he's been doing this thing as well. That's someone I've been looking up to for a minute, like, since I was 17, 18.
Yeah.
Like, Y, man. Big up to him. He's doing good things with Effin, for sure.
Speak about that, bro. I've got that in my notes because I'm a massive fan of Effin.
Yeah.
I think they are the peak. I think with Sydney brands, I as a kid on the feet on the ground outside, G'd up, Effin.
Yeah, man. Bro, G-Up's doing fucking numbers.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing crazy. They had Heady One wearing G-Up the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I talked to Bo. So Bo started it. Then he started G'd Up Supply and went separate.
Yeah.
But he still works with G'd Up.
Yeah.
It's a funny, like, they've worked it well as two brothers.
Yeah,
so like,
for sure.
Because Bo's fascination was with the supply.
Yeah, G-Up Supply and G-Up Creative. It's two different things.
Yeah. So Bo went into his fascination while still keeping the G'd Up name,
cool.
which I think is just smart.
Yeah, it's smart. Yeah, for sure. Like the versed in both different things.
Yeah,
for sure. Like both sides of like brand, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but his brother, he went over with his brother to do the OFB stuff.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Crazy.
It's fucking wild, bro. When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? G-Dub coming, fucking Heady One? Shit.
But Effin, bro, just on ground level, are just like, yeah, a lot of my mates. So the drop yesterday. One of my best mates from Wimberley, he moved to Rose Bay.
Oh yeah, big up.
And I messaged him like a week ago. I was like, "Effen's dropping this," and it was the Rose Bay Fight Club.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
And like, yeah, just the Frank, all those drops, man. They're just so. He obviously knows what works, but
yeah, for sure.
What he does, it's so hard to put into words how like well done it is.
He's well branded for sure.
Yeah,
as an individual and like effing, like it's perfect the way he did it. Like I think it's really good because people get familiar with him.
Yeah,
and then obviously effing's there, so it's like, oh shit, he does this too, you know.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
But he has like a distinct style. So the one with Frank in the helmet, and had effing on the concrete wall behind him.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah,
I just go like only effing. Does that like effing on top? It's just what runs through my head.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, he's killing it. And he's a very cool dude. And, like known him for a minute, but yeah, really cool guy. Yeah, big up to him. I have a lot of respect for him. He's really cool, especially after that Macca's thing. I'm like, wow, he's really supporting the boys. So yeah, I appreciate that for sure.
Did you see him on The Boys Are Decorating?
Yeah, I watched that, bro. That was good
love that
content. That was great content. I was watching that. I'm like, wow, this is really good content. So that was really cool. Like, yeah, I haven't been to that crib, but he had a couple of parties back at his other crib, and we went to that, and yeah, it's been cool. Like
I remember seeing them.
Yeah,
they look nuts.
He went, bro, the last
there was like a swing off the roof.
Yeah. It was wild, man. I remember at the effing fuck off party, I think they were moving out of there.
That's what it was called.
The effing fuck off party. Yeah, like they were moving out of there, and then it's like 2 levels. So up there was like DJs, and downstairs was DJs too. But you go upstairs, DJs playing, and then swings going around. It was fucking wild. But yeah, it was cool, man. It was really cool. I met Wyatt probably like 4 years ago now. Yeah, I've known him for a minute. So it's been cool to see, like, back to what we always say, like seeing thoughts into fruition. Like it's cool. He's epitome of that. So he really did that. Yeah.
And I noticed on your Instagram you'd modeled for him at one point. As well.
Back in the day. Yeah. I thought that's the first time I met him, but I met him like a year before that. So yeah, that was real cool. That was mad. Yeah.
How'd that come about? The modeling gig, just freelancing again.
Yeah, just freelancing again. I think he put something up, so I replied to it. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And it's like, yeah, bet, let's do it. And off that, that was my first paid modeling gig.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I remember like, cause I was doing that shit just for fun.
Yeah.
And then we finished up. It's like, hey man, here. I'm like, oh shit, thanks, man. I'm like, I can get money for this now. Like, what the fuck? So it kind of like helped me and like give me confidence. Like, oh, okay, I can actually do this as a job. If anything, like a side hustle. If anything. Oh, that sounds so dumb, a side hustle. But like, yeah, just to get.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
extra cash.
Yeah, extra cash. Yeah. So it was cool. But yeah, big up to Y, man. He's a cool guy. I met him actually. It was wild. So I was at Blacktown West Point. I used to work there. Like a platypus nearby. I was already familiar with effing. Like I saw the shirts. And back in the day, it was like, it wasn't graphic tees. It was like just nice designs, like a bit different to what they are now. And then some guy being Y. Some guy walked past me and I'm like, hey bro, I like your shirt. And he's like, oh, thanks. And then I go back on Instagram later and I'm like looking at the effing account. I'm like, who actually owns effing? I find his account and I'm like, oh fuck, that's the guy I talked to today. Yeah. And then just to meet him then and where they're at now, it's like, oh cool, big up to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember first seeing him on TikTok. He was talking about like the actual garment. I think on his personal account.
Mm-hmm.
His personal account's so fucking funny to follow.
For sure, yeah. Especially that, he's funny.
The shitty post just like makes me laugh so much. But he's just talking about like garments.
Yeah.
I don't think he realized like how much he didn't even reveal a certain amount of information. He was just like walking through the garment essentially with you, like describing all the little details, but not too much detail to give away his own brand.
For sure.
But like, he's just talking about like all that stuff. And I followed instantly back. That was in 2020. I remember I'd heard of them, funnily enough, from someone at uni.
Oh yeah, man. Wow. There you go. Just goes to show.
Yeah. Because I feel like at uni in Parramatta, Blacktown was the spot where effing kind of picked up a bit of traction.
Because I think Y was based out of like Blacktown. I assume because he was at Blacktown West Point. So I'm assuming. Yeah.
And then I just seen it and it kept seeing it. Finally saw him on TikTok. And then I've just followed it from, like I said, I'm attentive.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I follow someone, I don't follow them just to follow them.
Yeah,
like I don't just give you a follow back. I followed for every intention of
hard.
seeing you come up.
Yeah, for sure.
Seeing everything that you want to post.
Yeah.
And I've just watched like FN just turn into like this international heavyweight.
Man, crazy. Doing bits for sure.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, for sure.
Is there any other streetwear brands out there that you think are like,
oh fuck?
Because this would be good for people, man. Because a lot of people ask me, a lot of blokes who are in the mountains in Penrith, they're looking for other streetwear brands.
Got you.
To kind of like
support. Bro, off
Yeah.
the top of my head, like,
Because there's not any out here, like on ground level,
for
really.
sure.
There's a few. There's
Yeah.
Setter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Setter, definitely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Setter. Setter's like the main one out here.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like there's more.
There's so more. But off the top of my head, I can't think. I can't think of something because there's so much as well. 'Cause it's like shit. I don't want to like narrow it down to just a few because everyone's doing a thing. But like, yeah, off top, it's hard to think of for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few. One of my best mates, Jerb. Actually, he's someone you should get on Hotter Out West, bro.
Oh yeah, DJ.
His name's Jerb. Yeah.
Tough.
He's done like multiple massive gigs. It's cool because like I rock up dead sober. I don't drink much.
Yeah, fair.
And we get to go backstage.
Yeah.
And like Jerb to me is like my best mate. Like,
Yeah,
he's
for
not.
sure. Yeah.
He's not like a DJ in my eyes yet. You know what I mean?
Just
Like,
a homie, yeah.
yeah,
sure.
he's like my best mate who we grew up raging on FIFA together and playing Fortnite with,
Mad.
and like just doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
And we'll be up there, and like it hits me like during the show when we're behind the stage, and there's like heaps of people in front of him going off,
Yeah, man.
and you're like dancing with him. You're like, what the fuck? Like
This is you.
Yeah.
Shit, you did this? Yeah, I hear you.
I'll show you videos after.
Yeah.
But
What does he play? Like, what kind of music? Like electronic?
techno.
Oh, fuck.
He's based in Melbourne now.
Oh,
based in
word.
Nam.
Pick up Nam.
Yeah, big up Nam.
Nam
Their
is
techno
fun,
scenes.
bro. Yeah, Nam is so fun, man.
Yeah.
I was there like last week. No, yeah, that's why I couldn't do the podcast the other day because I was in
Yeah.
Nam. So yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Yeah. But yeah, he's based down there because that's where you got to be.
Yeah,
at
for
the
sure,
moment. Or
for sure.
Perth, I feel like.
Perth, Perth is an interesting one, man. A lot of talent off there as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Their electronic creative scene.
Yeah, really.
I just noticed like their best creatives come out of like the electronic scene.
Wow.
In whatever fashion that may be. Because when I say electronic, I mean like could be D&B, could be techno or trance, whatever it is. All these different things.
I'm really tapping into like the electronic scene because like I love club music already. Like I'm listening like Skin on Skin at work and shit. Like I love all that stuff. So like I'm definitely tapping into it because initially like for me I just grew up on like R&B, rap, hip hop. So like when I came to Hot Out West and we're playing like club music, I'm like, yo, this shit's fucking tough. It's different, but I just never would have imagined younger me listen to this. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool.
Bo, back to Europe. Sorry, I got to touch on it.
No,
so good. Berlin's like the techno capital of the world, they call it.
Yeah.
And like techno's no fuck around there.
Yeah,
it is all black.
Yeah.
And you got to look the part as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But our hostel was across from this place called Tresor. And Tresor, how could I describe it? So you take like a factory, right? Yeah. Any big factory. So like across from Open, right?
Yeah.
If you take that whole lot and you make it into one factory, empty that out.
Fuck, yeah.
Right? So it's just one big standing factory.
Yeah.
Under the floor,
there's
a tunnel system and there's one room at the end of that tunnel.
Oh, shit.
It's a pitch black room.
What?
There's a DJ in there. You come up, it's all cobblestone as well. This is shit that's like 100 years old. You come up and you're in an old factory, so you got stairs on one side of the factory and you go up. You got 3 levels of different techno. Yeah. Techno does not change. It is just...
it's just huge rave.
And you're just in there and there's Red Bull vodkas are like £5 or $5 Australian or £5.
I know. Shit.
But drinks are so dirt cheap. There's people smoking in the club. Like it's just... And the other dance floors, the main 3, as you got higher, I noticed when I was in there, the top one had like sufficient lighting. Yeah. Nothing like this, but like enough to
see what you're
if
doing.
You saw someone, you could catch like the color of their eyes and stuff like that.
Got you.
And then, and then the top one, you could see outfits and stuff, eyes, and then the bottom one is kind of like one of those ones where the lights are like there. So if you really need to find a mate, you can.
Yeah, for sure.
But then that bottom one, I kid you not, I reckon a strobe light like this long.
Yeah, that's it.
And it was around like this thin, like as thin as my finger.
Yeah.
There was 1 or 2 of them that would ping around the room.
What do you mean ping around the room? As in like...
Like it never landed in the same spot.
Oh, gotcha.
So like this strobe light would flash and then it would come down here and then another one would flash and it would go for like a millisecond. Fuck. And so it's just flashing. And we were in there with girls from Kentucky and there was like 3 of us boys. Yeah. And like the girls were in front of us. And if you so much missed the strobe light for when it was in front of you, you lost them. Oh. Couldn't do anything about it. You had to go out of the club.
And the fucking speaker's just pumping. Shit.
But I've never had an experience like that. I think I was in there, like, I left early, which was 5 a.m.
Yeah. Oh my God. What? 5 a.m. early?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What time do they
I
usually
left
go
at
to?
like 5 or 4. I remember getting to bed at 5, but people were in there till like 7 or 8.
Jeez.
But there's another one in there
And it's the
called
same music playing the whole time.
But their thing for like clubs over there is they can go like the whole 72 hours from Friday to Sunday.
It's like Rebs and Nom. Like you have some
Yeah,
place called Rebs.
but it's like that on roids because there's a thing called Burgoyne.
Yeah,
Do you know what Burgoyne is?
Nah.
Burgoyne's like Vice have done pieces on it. Like, it's very
Yeah.
very exclusive club.
Got
And then
you.
there's one called Kit Kat.
Yeah.
And Kit Kat
In Berlin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kit Kat is like the sex club. So there's like
Yeah.
that's the sex club. And then you got Burgoyne, which is like the real high end one.
Yeah.
And then Tresor is a bit more accepting of tourists. So we're staying across from Tresor, so that was a blessing because you don't want to. Because people wait in Burgoyne hours for like Burgoyne's line for hours.
Bro, I can't believe people waiting like people actually wait for that long.
I don't know, bro. I think it's the music and the culture around it.
Yeah.
Dance music, like
you just got to be there. Like you have to. Be there.
and you kind of like lose time. Time's not really a thing.
Yeah.
I find with like in the clubs because this is why I've always equated it to. So when I'm at Jerb's set, songs seemingly transition.
Yeah.
And it just before you know it, hour and a half's gone by.
Yeah.
2 hours gone
bro.
by.
That's how it is as a DJ. Like you never know. Like it just comes. Yeah.
You enter at 8, you leave at 11. Cool.
Yeah.
Had the 6th night of my life.
Yeah.
Didn't even check my phone.
Yeah, for sure.
Leave, go home.
Yeah.
With like a hip hop club.
Yeah.
I love hip hop. I die for it. But like each song is 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's like in your mind still has an idea of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
But those clubs like tap into it so they don't give you lighting. It's like, you know what casinos do.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like the opposite effect.
Got
Like,
you.
let's take away your lighting.
Yeah.
Let's take away clocks. Let's take away... And they put stickers over your phones.
Oh.
So you can't take any photos. That was a big thing about Tresor I should have mentioned.
Wow.
You can't take photos on your phone.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got to the door and like they put stickers over the front and back of your phone.
Oh shit. That's different.
Yeah.
So that way
Man, they're
everyone's just
hardcore.
there. Everyone's just present. Like no one, no phones out or anything.
Just everyone just chilling.
Shit.
Fucking...
And like, yeah, times will just fly.
Yeah, and you just talk to people. Like I remember in there, I talked to a guy from Sweden. There was a girl from Italy I bumped into because she was speaking Italian. And like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, oh, are you Italian? It's like, yeah. And she starts speaking to me in Italian. It's like, I can't speak it Italian, but I'm Italian. I'm from Australia.
I'm Italian.
I like doing that in Europe, just going up to Italian, saying like, oh, you Italian? And then telling them I'm Italian, but I can't speak it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, like you just bump into all these people and like just the coolest experience.
No, I'd imagine, man.
That's what I love about like electronic dance.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely need to travel to Europe, man. Fuck. Soon.
Are you gonna go?
Nah, not anytime soon. Like, I haven't booked anything, but definitely like that's definitely a motive. Like, I definitely want to go to Europe, man.
Have you done much traveling?
I've done like America, Japan, Philippines. That's about it, bro. But yeah, America is cool. Like I went to when I was 17, I went to LA.
Yeah.
I've been like a couple of times after that. But I remember like the whole thing about LA was like I got there and I just felt like I was in a movie the whole time. Because like everything's based in America, obviously.
Yeah.
So like
At least when we were growing up.
yeah, for sure. So like when I'm there, I'm like, fuck, like this doesn't feel like real life, you know? Like everything from like the way the roofs are like made and shit, like on the roads, like the signs. I'm like, oh, this feels so weird.
Is it Melrose?
Yeah, Melrose. I was like staying like in LA, so I was definitely on Melrose heaps. But yeah, LA was cool, man. It was really cool. I definitely want to like go back. I'm going back later this year, so I'm excited. It should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long are you going for?
It's a sticky one, bro. So obviously I'm starting a new job and yeah, so they didn't talk about the whole leave sitch, but like, yeah, like I had to cut it short. So I'm only going for a week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I'm starting a new job, so I can't like take that much leave and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm only going for a week, but it should be good. It should be calm.
A week's good. No?
Yeah.
You just got to deal with that jet lag.
Yeah, nah, fully, definitely deal with it. But yeah, it's cool. But I'm definitely keen, man. Just get out of the country because last time I traveled was like 2020, right before lockdown. Actually, it's actually insane. Like to dive into that real quick was went traveling 2020 January.
Yeah.
I'm there. And I went to LA for a week, and then I was in Hawaii for the rest of it.
Yeah.
And we're chilling, right? And then on the news, I wake up like because we're at the hotel, so I wake up and then TV's still playing because I'm just running it.
Yeah.
Bro, I wake up in the news, Kobe Bryant dead. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm like, no way. I got my phone straight away. Obviously a time difference, so they knew about it earlier than me. They're texting the chat. The boys are like, oh, like Kobe Bryant's dead. I'm like, fuck off. Like, what do you mean? And the TV's saying it. I'm like, yo, this is wild. This is insane. It was crazy. And like, you go in the streets, everyone's talking about it. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. So it was pretty weird just to be in like America at that time.
Yeah.
Because people were so invested in it. Yeah.
That would have shook me.
That would have shook me. I was weird. I still have the newspaper from that day. I took it home. I'm like, fucking, this is pretty cool. Like, the newspaper saying Kobe Bryant death. I'm like, wow, that's like history, you know? But rest in peace, man. Good, like, definitely motivation for me growing up. But yeah, it's crazy to see. Crazy to be a part of as well.
Yeah. One thing I learned in sport at a young age, if like someone just calls someone their GOAT, it goes beyond like what they actually think of how they played. It's like who they more than likely most relate to in some way or another.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like people that like when Kobe died, they were going, my GOAT. I'm just going like, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah,
like,
big up, man.
Like you saw something in him that made you feel a part of everything he achieved.
Yeah, man. It just goes to show how much effect people have on people. So much effect that people have on people. You know what I mean? Like such influence. Like even like a smaller scale, like you and I, like we could do something and that could like not change lives, but it could be like that could play a role in like the way they move going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Funnily enough, Kobe's like Italy's biggest ever basketballing export.
Oh.
Grew up in Italy.
He did grow up in Italy.
Yeah.
Shit.
Never really like. He did acknowledge it, but like not like massively publicly.
I think his dad played pro there, no?
Yeah. So in Italy it was like a big thing because they kind of, although he never played for Italy, and it wasn't big in terms of how he because he technically had no blood, right? It was his dad.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like
just playing as
Kyrie for us.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
But like, it was a big thing. It was like, fuck, like this is the this man at one point lived in Italy and then went on to be
for sure.
Like some people call the greatest.
The greatest, if not like close to it.
If not top 3, top 5.
Top 3 for sure. I reckon top 3 for sure. But
how was Japan? Do you like it?
Japan was lit, man. Like again, like I was with family, so like I always been traveling with family. I haven't traveled solo as of yet. I definitely want to, but I was with family. But it was crazy. It was like really, really cool. Like not much English speaking there, but like you'd walk past someone and they just like say thank you. I'm like, oh shit, thanks, man. Like it was lit. But Japan's crazy, man. I definitely want to travel again. Probably traveling next year to there, like with like a partner and some friends. Definitely love to do it, but Japan's cool, bro. They're tapped in. Like when I went thrifting there, like fashion wise, everyone is like stepping, man.
Yeah.
Like everyone's on their cool shit. Everyone's just like doing what they want to do, wearing what they want to wear. Like it's fucking lit. Like I remember before going there in 2019, I had a mullet. And the reason I went there is because I was going for a wedding because my uncle got married to a Japanese lady.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was fucking lit. So we got there and then before going, I had a mullet. It was blonde. Mom's like to me, no, you can't have that in Japan.
No, they
like,
love that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like she was saying, no, like all preppy in Japan, you can't be rocking around with a mullet. Like you can't do that. I'm like, no, I should be calm. And she's like, no, chop it off. So I chopped it off. I'm like, all right, whatever. I get there, bro, everyone had mullets. I'm like, fuck, this is lit. Like this is the norm there. You know what I mean? Like I would have not fit in, but like I would have been like, shit, like this is the thing. Like it's cool.
I'm not a sore thumb.
Yeah, literally. So like it was fucking bad. Like just seeing people like stepping, man, and like the clothing they had there, like the thrift shops, it was fucking lit. Like they had quality stuff in there, man. It was wild. Yeah.
They do clothes proper. Like what's his name? Nigo.
Oh yeah, bro. Big up Nigo.
Yeah, Nigo. So arguably the most influential after Virgil.
For sure, arguably, yeah.
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, for sure.
Nigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like I know Kith is set up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like all these different brands are set up there. But my boy Suresh, so he when I was doing designs, right, I was like, fuck, I'm not good at this. So I found Suresh, who I went to school with, who was 2 grades below me.
Yeah.
And he's like the perfect compliment to me. If I'm in a rush, I'll voice message him. Here's my exact thoughts.
Yeah.
Try and put that onto a design.
Oh, fucking earth.
And Suresh is just the perfect guy. He can read what I'm trying to say. He understands me.
That's good.
But he went to Japan on a holiday recently, and like he's very fashionable. He's very independent in his fashion. He doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks or what anyone dresses like.
Yeah, for sure.
And he just said like, this is the place. Like, this is
it's cool, man.
The one thing I have heard about Japan that fascinates me is the stark difference of like how cool they are, but also they have like this 9-to-5 work culture. Apparently is a bit fucked up where they like sleep at train stations and shit.
Shit, nah, I never heard about that. Like,
yeah, so I've had a family member that's traveled there, and they say like during the week they have like a hustle culture where it's like to the point where people will like sleep on a bench or something in
wild.
their suit and go back.
Yeah,
but you don't see it as much in the major cities because they're trying to present.
Yeah, for sure.
But like outside of it, yeah,
wow. Crazy. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Japanese definitely tapped in, bro.
They do it different, eh?
They're cool, man. They were so cool. I want to go back ASAP, man. But yeah.
You a big fan of anime?
Nah, I'm not actually.
Yeah, see, neither. But
Nah, but like
He's a
everything,
big
so much
footballer.
influence from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they kill it, bro. They play such a big part in culture for sure. I reckon.
even in football kits
Bro.
in the 90s.
I don't watch football like that. Like I always see like the occasional slides and stuff on
Yeah.
Instagram, the carousels of like the kits they had. Fucking lit, man. They're just
Yeah.
cool.
So they're keeper.
Yeah.
So they are what you call. So you obviously have the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
That's their flag. But they're called like Operation Blue Lock, which is essentially like paying homage to the discipline the Japanese show, which comes out in football. They're very like
tough.
a real well organized side.
Yeah, yeah.
But they've got like up top, so their strikers and their wingers are very
Yeah.
like flary.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're very like the backline's very well organized. So they
Yeah.
punch above their weight
Yeah.
every single year.
That's mad.
Every
That's
World
mad.
Cup they do better than what you think.
Shit.
But their keeper back in the day,
Yeah.
he had like a blue kit on,
Yeah.
but it had flames.
Yeah, I saw the flames on that. Was
Yeah.
fucking mad.
That was like outrageous at the time for football.
Really?
To have there was
Who was the sponsor back in the day?
Toyota was on a few of them.
Like you know how like they have the brands that actually make this stuff. Like it wouldn't be. It would.
Adidas, I think, actually put their trust
Adidas kit?
into
Shit,
Japanese football
that's fucking mad.
because the league itself in Japan,
Yeah.
they weren't bound by anyone. This is
Yeah.
their own league,
No,
so
yeah,
their
for sure.
league's kits were so creative.
That's fucking lit.
But to step onto the international stage where obviously FIFA have a say,
yeah,
but they got away with it.
fucking no, that's how it should, man.
Yeah.
They just look mad, and people till now talk about it as well. So
Yeah.
it just goes to show like fuck the effect it has.
And whenever like every once in a while, a Japanese like star boy will come along,
Yeah.
or you know their best player is normally like an attacking midfielder, so like
Yeah,
the Razzler,
yeah.
and they'll dye their hair, and then before you
Yeah.
know it, you just see like
Everyone start dying there.
Japanese boys in the crowd,
Yeah.
just all
Fucking
bleach
lit.
blonde hair,
No, I
or
love
pink
that,
hair or
man.
something.
I love that star. I love that. Yeah, Star Boys and shit. Like just shows the influence, man.
All right, so we're gonna have to end it there. Shout out
Yes,
Japanese
sir.
star boys,
Shout out to Japanese Star Boys, man.
brother. It was a pleasure.
Nah, I appreciate you. Appreciate it for real.
Hotter out west, forum with Florentino.
Yep.
Spotify as always.
Yep.
YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow on
Sure.
Instagram. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Oh, thanks for having me. Much appreciated, bro. Full circle for sure.
Yeah, full circle.
Crazy.
See you next week.
Yes, sir.